We have the Titans and the Jaguars. What do you have to say about this game?
Shootout of the century,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Unexpected shootout.
I'm gonna say a little piece about these teams. These
Go
teams
ahead.
have been so garbage for so long. I think they're easily forgettable.
Yeah.
But as of lately, especially this year, we're seeing both teams trying to build something amongst each other. And it's probably easier to see their potential since they faced each other and they're pretty much like on the same like
Hey, you know what the big takeaway from this game is? This high score, all this shit is?
what
They have quarterbacks now.
they do. Both of them
They
do.
both have
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing. Doesn't it feel great, Titans and Jaguars fans, that you can score points?
Yeah,
I mean, I know it
exactly.
was only against each other, but damn,
It's true
y'all
though.
scored points. Congratulations.
Right. But no, like it's funny, but holy shit, is that such a true statement that these teams can score points. I mean, they're
Yeah.
still losing, but they can score points.
I mean,
And
and their defenses are complete trash, but hey, you
right,
got an offense to work with now. That's something.
it's definitely interesting to see that both of these teams potentially in the next few years to come, depending on how good of their draft picks might be, they're
Yeah.
trying to build something and not be such these garbage teams anymore. And
Look, I know the AFC South is really bad this year, but
yeah,
I think that it's going to get pretty competitive and pretty good pretty quick.
yeah, I agree.
As soon as next year, I think this can be a pretty fun competitive division.
It's almost like you're watching like a semi-pro league teams go at it, but they're actually like really damn good
Yeah.
semi-pro team leagues. Where it's like, okay, you can't necessarily maybe run with the big dogs, but it's still fun as hell to watch these guys go at it, type of thing. And it's kind of
Yeah,
like how I felt
that's
about
that's
this game,
definitely what this game felt like.
right? And
Uh,
yeah, it was definitely just a fun game all around. To especially the fourth quarter. Oh my god! I mean,
yeah, it was like half the points are in the fourth quarter, right?
right? Yeah, it's almost you could compare it to the Saints and the Carolina game. The difference
Yeah,
is
definitely. It
the
just wasn't
Saints
as
and
meaningful.
Carolina have better players.
Right. At least Carolina does.
Well, yeah. But then
Uh,
again, you know what? I actually favored the Jaguars in this game, and Tennessee ended up with the win. So, uh, I don't know how to feel about Marcus Mariota. He's a rookie. Uh, he's not playing terribly as a rookie, but sometimes he's getting big wins. Okay, well, this is the third win of the season, right? His first
yeah.
win was against the Buccaneers, where he just lit it
She had a
up.
perfect passer rating
Yeah.
in
And then
that
he
game.
lost forever. And then he beat the Saints, where he also had a pretty good passer rating.
Why the fuck you gotta bring that shit up?
Because it happened. And now he beat the Jaguars, who, in my opinion, I felt had a better team.
Man,
So I
fuck
don't
you.
know, like if you look at the Titans,
Trying to keep that straight face. I
yeah.
know. I know. Go ahead.
If you look at the
I'll
Titans,
stop.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I mean, they're a bad team. Don't get me wrong. They're both bad teams. The records
Yeah,
show it.
they
They're
are.
they're both bad teams, but at the same time, Marcus Mariota, does he have something in him? Are they flukes? I don't know. See, that's what I don't get yet.
I think he's a promising young quarterback, and I think he's going to work out great for Tennessee. I really do.
If they can build a team around him,
Well,
because
yeah, if. But assuming that they are attempting to and that they will, I think that you could potentially see Tennessee back in the playoff conversation pretty quickly.
hmm
Maybe as soon as next year if they have a good draft,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
which, I mean, that's some early draft picks. So,
yeah, they'll be up there. Probably
yeah.
Chargers will be number one. Which watch our Chargers video. Yeah, get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, you know what?
Jaguars will be up there too.
They will.
And they're building a team on Blake Bortles, hopefully.
Well, they have talented receivers over there
They
in
do. They
Jacksonville.
already have a few more pieces than Tennessee, in
Yeah,
my
they do.
opinion.
Yeah. Although Alan Hearns wasn't in this game, which I
Right.
don't know necessarily hurt them. I don't want to blame one player not playing as the reason that you lost. I mean, if you're a good enough team, that one player going down isn't going to ruin anything.
Well,
But
when you have a game this close, that one player can potentially be the difference.
maybe,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that could have.
it's possible.
Yeah, in this game particularly, that's an easy statement to make. I would say. I mean, if this was a blowout, then it's easy to say, well, even if Alan Hearns was
Right.
in there, it doesn't fucking matter.
Right. Regardless, though, he wasn't, and they lost. Not that it really means a whole lot, I don't think, because realistically, well, I guess are both these teams 2 games back from the division, which at this point in the
Yes.
season, 2 games is like a mile. But I mean,
Well,
shit,
no.
when you're behind,
Jacksonville is they've won 4 games.
okay,
Colts and Texans are 6-6. Although I don't know what the
6 and 6,
tiebreakers are between Jacksonville and like the Colts or like the Texans right
right,
now or
right,
anything. And then this is the Titans' third win, so they're four
okay.
games back. So they're still bottom of the division
So
right now.
they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
So uh, Jacksonville actually has a little bit of a shot. So they could have used this win to really stay in it,
That's true.
but it probably did do them in for the season, realistically.
Yeah.
This loss probably ended any little bit of hope that was left. But we're talking about the Colts and the Texans. They could easily, the Colts in particular could lose out the way they've been playing.
And the
And the
Texans could
Texans have
win
been pretty
in.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Texans have been pretty hot, but if they went on a losing streak, it wouldn't be the most shocking thing either. So the division's definitely still up for grabs, even if it looks pretty difficult, but it's definitely not impossible when we're talking the AFC South.
All right, I got a tough question for you.
So,
We talked
okay,
about this a little bit when we mentioned Todd Gurley in our Rams video. We
okay.
said originally that he might win Rookie of the Year. Probably not so much anymore. But here's my ultimate question for you right now. Allen Robinson, very talented rookie receiver, right? Would you rather have Allen Robinson, who had a hell of a game this game? He really did. He had a hell of a game. Or would you
Yeah.
pick Amari Cooper?
That's a tough question. I think that at this point, you're talking about like on a team.
Yeah. Let's say that you had a fantasy football team and you had Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, you could only pick one between those two. Which one would you pick on your fantasy team?
You know, I still feel like Amari Cooper might be a little bit better of a player, just a little bit. But Robinson, he's got to go against this division with all these good defenses. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking at it from that perspective, Robinson might be the guy because he's got an easier schedule, so he's got a chance to put up bigger numbers.
Yeah.
You're playing the Texans is really have the only defense that I would consider good
Yeah.
in the whole division. So you're looking at the Colts, and the Titans. So that's like 4 games that versus Amari Cooper, who's got Denver and Kansas City.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
a little insight into my strategic thought. But yeah,
Then again, like, you look at Amari Cooper and Allen Robinson, you have Blake Bortles and Derek Carr, both second
right.
year quarterbacks. Out of those two, you know, it's hard because I like Blake Bortles, I like Derek Carr, I like Amari Cooper, I like Allen Robinson. It's those man, they're so
Well, if you're talking
close.
objectively for fantasy numbers, Blake Bortles blowing Derek Carr out of the water. And if you're talking about in-game results, maybe it's a little different.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's just talk in-game results because we don't really dwell on fantasy too much
Right,
in the show.
right.
So
In-game results, if you're talking about quarterbacks, that's actually I don't know. It's too soon to call. I'm not even gonna attempt to make that call on those quarterbacks.
you know,
Pretty
it's
young.
also
see what they
You
can
know, it's
do.
also close. Jaguars 4 wins, Raiders 5 wins. Their
Yeah.
records are pretty comparable. But then you also look at both of these teams, what their records were last year. They're both have better records already, than they did last year. How they're going to end
They're
up this
definitely
season.
improvements.
Yeah, and that's why both the teams are very similar. And I like rooting for both of them. I like rooting for the Jaguars. I like rooting for the Raiders because they're both young, they're both talented, they're both going somewhere. There's something to watch, and it's something new to watch. And I like it because uh, we're midway through this decade, and every decade kind of has like their set teams of who's always going to be winning, who's always going to be the shitty teams. And I think
Yeah.
Jaguars and Raiders have been a shitty team for too long that they need an upswing. And I think when you get to the tail end of this decade, where it's like 2018, 2019, 2020, that both of these teams might have a solid team built up. And I would love to see it.
I,
I would like to see these new teams get in there.
I think we're definitely at the point where after a roughly 10, 15-year period, depending on what division you're talking about, I think we're definitely at a point where we're going to start seeing some power shifts.
Yes,
I mean,
definitely so.
we've already seen it in the NFC South, in my opinion. I mean, Carolina's won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Um, so maybe that one was first, and you're going to start seeing it all across the league. I think you're going to see what teams can hang on with new dynasties and which ones are falling apart. And I don't know how much that has to do with this game, but I guess it
We
does
should
because
wrap it up.
they're both building teams, I guess.
Yeah,
But
that's well. It all started where I was comparing Robinson to Amari Cooper. Then just ended up just comparing all of Jaguars to all of the Raiders. Let's wrap it up. We've gotten way off topic now. So, uh, if you actually watch this video and enjoy what we had to say, you can leave us a comment or at least like the video or whatever. And we also have a Facebook and Twitter. There's links in the description below, which I say at the end of every video, so hopefully you can click those by now. And
does.
what?
Said he does. You say it at the end of every video.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a good way to wrap it up. That's when you know it's almost done. And then you have to listen to our awkward exchange at the end.
Huh?
Not this time.